Manchester United are held to a draw. I don't know, it feels wrong to say that because, West Ham led for a long period and they just conceded in the dying minutes. Okay, let's start it again. West Ham has been held to a draw by Manchester United. The game ends West Ham 1 and Manchester United 1. A late Sesko goal, helps United get at least 1 point. Could have been nothing, because of how great, this West Ham side were today, how they held their own, how they defended. They didn't give Manchester United any spaces whatsoever. They held them up. They also created chances where in the middle, there were not any spaces that were created for United to, to give the balls. Even on the side, they were also trying to push the United wingers on the side. It was very difficult. It was a hard day for Manchester United today. And luckily for them, they get a draw. In the dying minutes, you saw how hard that was to take when Nuno conceded that goal. You saw how hard it was for him. But unfortunately, he gets 1 point. We worked hard for it. He worked hard for it. But this is the Premier League at the end of the day. You play at the highest level. You need to be mentally sharp the entire game. Because if you lose just one moment of concentration, then you concede, and it could have actually ended 2-1 because we saw Ahmed, try to slot something in when he got inside the half, just, a minute or seconds before the final whistle was blown. And if there was a mistake there and they had conceded, it would have been a shame because of the hard work they put into this game. But nonetheless, United get a draw and now they have 45 points. That would mean that they 6 points ahead of Liverpool. Chelsea did the same thing too. They were winning the game. They were 2-0 up against Leeds at Stamford Bridge. And somehow Leeds found a way. They came back. They scored 2 successive goals. And the game ends a draw. Although I must say that Chelsea could have also went on to win that game because, there was an opportunity that came, a tap in for Chelsea, in the dying minutes of the game. And guess what? They couldn't. They could not convert that to a goal, which is unfortunate, really. But so both these teams, they draw. Chelsea, they sit on 44 points. United, as I mentioned, are on 45. Liverpool sit on 39 points. And I don't know why I'm excited, though. I don't know why I'm excited because Liverpool will be playing tomorrow and they are heading to Sunderland at the Stadium of Light. Do you know how difficult it has been this season for any team to get a point there? Just a point. I'm talking about 1 point. Do you know how difficult that has been? It has been close to impossible. And Liverpool, as shaky as they are, after a defeat to Manchester City, a game which, they scored in the dying minutes, you're thinking the Arsenal thing, it's a deja vu. Huh? You know what I mean? He scores, our most best player this season, Szoboszlai, scores a stunning free kick, by the way. And you're thinking, if Liverpool are able to hold this on, then it'll be good for us. We're closer getting into the top 4. But unfortunately, City, after conceding, they kept their calm, they kept their cool, they came back, they scored, which, came from a header from Haaland. Then from there, Haaland passes the ball to Bernardo. Then City are back 1-1. And then going on again, it's a penalty, which Haaland scores his first goal at Anfield. And we lose the game. That obviously gave these two sides, Chelsea and United, a chance, to get more points as they can so that they can extend the point gap. But today, they couldn't do that. They did, but, with 3 points, it would have been a lot better than 1 point. But with, the points that they got today, it still gives Liverpool, an opportunity of some sort. It motivates Liverpool to at least try to go to Sunderland and get a win. And Liverpool can do it, actually. On a good day, Liverpool can be able to do it. We saw how wonderful they were against City, especially in the second half. The first half, that was symbolic. I just couldn't even stand watching that game. But in the second half, we came back. We were better. We were on the front foot. We created the chances. We opened the spaces. We were daring. We kept on going at City. You know what I mean? So if we play like that from the first minute until the last, then we surely can get something. It's going to be difficult. Of course, this is Sunderland. They're at home. You know what I mean? And at the Stadium of Light, with the fan base that they have, it's going to be really difficult. But this is Liverpool. We have been to far more difficult stadiums. Do you understand? For the past 5 years, we've been to far more difficult stadiums and we still managed to win. You saw us, in the second game, I think, of the season when we went to St. James Park, how difficult it was, but we still managed to get a win. And that's the nature of our play and the type of caliber of players that we have. Technically, we have the gift and we can get something out of nothing at any point in time. So Liverpool are definitely going to get that win tomorrow against Sunderland. That I can assure you. Do you understand? Liverpool are definitely going to get that win. So for today, it's fun, for us Liverpool fans to see United get a draw. In fact, they were lucky, fortuitous for them actually to get that goal, because that was supposed to be a loss. But well, it looks like the carrot ball has a bit of luck with it. It has a bit of luck with it, and a draw is what they settle for. But yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Chelsea, I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, it's going to be difficult for them. These are sides, especially Chelsea. At one point you think that Chelsea are doing okay, but now when they're getting draws like this, especially when they lose, when they concede 2 goals, look, already you're 2 goals up. I'd understand if maybe, they were 1 goal up, but 2 goals up, and you go on to concede 2 goals. This should be stressful. If you're a Chelsea fan, please leave a comment. Tell me how you feel about this. And where do you put the blame on? What is it? What is it that, is at fault here? Because it doesn't make any sense to me. How do you concede 2 at home, especially when you know that there's just so much to fight for? This is the top 4. You know what I mean? You're giving yourself another chance to be in the Champions League. And the more you are in the Champions League, the more you play against these big sides, it helps you, in how you handle your issues, money-wise as well. The revenues that comes with just playing for the Champions League, it helps. And from the looks of it right now, it looks like, Chelsea don't understand what they're doing. It looks like they have no clue whatsoever what they are doing, which is, sad for, of course, Chelsea fans. But for Liverpool fans, that's even more better. But unfortunately for Liverpool, also, we sit with the same points tally as Brentford. Imagine that. After spending so much money, we find ourselves meddling in the 6th spot, sharing the same points with a team such as Brentford. A team, by the way, which when I was making my Premier League predictions for end of season, I thought they will get the relegation. Imagine losing Wissa, going as far as losing Brian Mbumo as well, and you are same points as Liverpool. I don't think they would have believed it too if they were told that. I don't think for a second they would have believed that. But I guess that's that's what it is, and they've done well. They're being led by Jordan Henderson. We know how good he can be, and Thiago as well. He's banging in the goals, so hopefully it works out for him as well. So tomorrow we have obviously, like I've mentioned, that we have Liverpool versus Sunderland at the Stadium of Light. We also have Villa versus Brighton. We have Arsenal versus Brentford as well. That could be a very, very, very important game, especially because Brentford are at home. So we have Manchester City versus Fulham too. Very difficult game. But after City beat Liverpool at Anfield, my goodness, they left that game with not only 3 points. No, they didn't leave with 3 points. That has always been a very difficult stadium for them. Very difficult stadium for them. For them to leave that game with a win, they also left with some sort of confidence. They left with confidence. As difficult as Fulham is, the City are destined for a win because of what they did this past weekend. So thank you guys for watching until thus far. Please don't forget to leave a like and a comment in the comment section. If you are a United fan, what do you think of the game? How did it go? Did it go according to the way you expected? If you're a Chelsea fan, what do you think is the problem with Chelsea? 2 goals up and you concede in the in the last quarter of the game. You go on to draw a game that you were comfortably winning. What is the problem there, and how best can it be solved? Thank you guys for watching until thus far. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I shall see you again tomorrow with the Liverpool and Manchester City game match reviews. Thank you. Bye-bye.